St. Michael's and All Angels Church, which is an Anglican church, not an Episcopal church. We are now going to explore Jacksonville. I'm wondering if I could ask you, what's it like living around Jacksonville?
My wife and I were both born here, so we're just used to it.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. I would probably not move anywhere unless there was some tremendous reason that I would need to. But I enjoy the climate. Lower eastern seaboard of the United States. Jacksonville is in the farthest westernmost curve, and if you think of it as a large game of billiards with hurricanes coming out of the Atlantic, if they hit south of us, they usually bounce away from us. Only one time has Jacksonville been hit by a direct hurricane.
Do you think that the United States should cede East Florida back to the British so we can have British East Florida?
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Ah, well, that's not a no.
Walking path next to the highway.
The reason I was asking about East Florida is he was saying about how Florida didn't join the Union. The British still kept Florida on as a trading post, or East Florida. It could have been the case that Florida would have been a British colony, but it's quite nice around here.
Yes, these are some lovely houses.
Oh, look at this. So we're in
Fleming Island, or near it.
Yes, and again, Fleming Island is one of those places that it's not an island. So that was an Anglican, not just this Episcopalian church, which is obviously from England, but in the middle of this tropical place. Yes. And I can tell you now that I know that that is a particular species, but I don't know its name because I haven't looked into it. Because you get short, fat palm trees, and then you get tall, thin ones like that one over there.
The houses here, many more of them are single story, and we haven't seen that in a lot of the country, and that's something we'd actually ideally like. A big house on one level, because that makes it something that our friend Jay called a forever house, where you can live in it when you're old and you don't have to go upstairs and things. And yeah, so that might be a plus for Florida.
It's also relatively flat. Each state has a nickname. Florida's is the Sunshine State.
This is Jacksonville, Florida. Looks like a nice city. It's got some tall buildings.
For some reason it's just got a few cobbles in the middle of the road. A bad move, Florida.
They have several bridges here. Many of them are painted nice colours. So this is the east of the city. Even though it's raining, there are some young people down there trying to do some river sports.
Driving through, it's huge. It's the largest city in America by just the geographical area that it takes up. Jacksonville Beach is actually a separate city on the map. It's like 15 miles away from Jacksonville. It's raining a lot. I'm hoping it'll stop soon.
We have passed just dozens of strip malls.
So the strip mall is basically an outdoor shopping centre, and they all look very similar. They generally look like that, and they've looked like that across the whole country.
This is such a big city that we've already passed probably at least 6 or 7 each of Target and Walmart.
This is the city of Jacksonville Beach.
There's a Brazilian steakhouse. Those are often quite good. That is some attractive housing in pastels. There are several for sale signs on this street.
Okay, we're going to the beach. The rain is warm here. That's something that's good about hot countries. It's just the sand is all wet and
It's not quite muddy, but it's...
No. This would be a lovely beach if it wasn't pouring with rain. It feels, yeah, it looks good. This is the Atlantic Ocean. Hello.
Hello. It's warm.
I was wondering, what brings you to this beach? Is it the weather?
Yeah.
I just...
No, this is a normal day.
Is it?
It doesn't last all day. Normally it rains every day for about an hour and then it goes away.
It literally, it clears up, suns out like it never
Like it
rained.
never happened.
So if we were here in like 2 hours time, it might be beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you guys live around here?
We do.
Yeah, we stay here in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Living is great.
So we're looking for
This
a
is
place
probably
to
the
live.
coolest it's going to get in the summertime.
It's quite warm to me.
Yeah.
They have water parks open every day of the year. Like for Christmas, you can go to the water parks.
Orlando is more hot.
So there is actually a tech industry here.
And the guy there from Georgia.
But you can work for Disney from Georgia. Obviously there's all these theme parks, and theme parks mean tech. So this looks like it could be, this could be viable. It's good. We could be Floridians. That couple, they came from Georgia and moved down here. They basically, in the politest way they could, said that this is much better. The weather's better here, it doesn't snow, but it was just kind of relaxed and nice. The other thing they said is the chains that are local to particular areas of the United States, you can also find here, because so many people go on holiday here that companies put extra effort into setting up at least a few of their franchises down here.
A thing has occurred to me. The obvious reason that there are lots of strip malls in Florida is because it's usually warm, so they don't need a big enclosed space to have shopping facilities. So that actually makes a lot of sense. It seems like there's enough space here that everything can just be flat. So that's a good thing, I guess. I suppose it means you might have to drive around to get to certain things, but it looks like certain things just keep repeating themselves, which means wherever you live, you'd probably have somewhere you could buy pizza and Subways and shaved ice and whatever else you want. Maybe not the shaved ice.
What's shaved ice?
I have to get some. Our hotel in Florida, our second night in Florida, is very good. We're in Neptune Beach, and they sell Boston Market for $5, and they sell this for $6. And this is the kind of wine I would actually buy when not on holiday, trying to, you know, budget for several months. So I'm quite pleased.
They also sell Magnums. That's a nice ice cream thing. They've just got this whole thing at the front desk where they sell you loads of stuff, and if you're really into vodka, they'll sell you that. And I think the laws here are much more liberal than the other places.
This is just generally a nicer hotel than a lot of the hotels that we've been staying in. It's much cleaner, and it wasn't that expensive. It was $65 with tax, and that's very reasonable for what we've got.
This lot have lost a frisbee in a lake that might have an alligator in it, so they're trying to retrieve it with a fishing rod. There's the frisbee. It might be the last they see of their friend.
On the side of it. You just break the line.
The tide is taking us away. He's got it.
Don't sink it.
Can I say congratulations? That is going to make. Oh, that's going to make an amazing video. Oh no! They've done it again.
You're going to get that one.
And it starts again. That is the circle of life when it comes to frisbee.